This story took place in March 2003, and the world's newspapers talked about it. But strangely and suddenly, everyone went silent as if nothing had happened. The story is about a man who made $350 million in the stock market, and the FBI got involved, only to discover that he had come from the year 2256, meaning he came from 250 years in the future. Welcome to the story of Andrew Carlssin. The story begins in 2003. In March, the world's biggest newspapers wrote about this case. The Guardian wrote about it, The Independent, The Times, The Mirror in Britain, as well as German and Japanese papers, and many more. But afterwards, everyone went silent, and no one spoke of this case again. That's what makes me think the story is real, but covered up. So, what is the story? In March 2003, the authority that monitors financial operations in the New York Stock Exchange contacted the federal police. They came to investigate an adult man. What had this man done? They noticed that he had carried out 126 buy and sell operations in company stocks and government bonds. You might say, that's normal. True. But in all 126 operations, he did not lose a single one. Each one was profit, profit, profit. He started with only $800, and within 2 weeks it became $350 million. The Financial Monitoring Authority suspected him, so they called the FBI. They thought he had insider information. What does that mean? That someone inside those companies gave him information, buy now, sell now, so he would profit. He started with $800, turned it into $4,000. Then from $4,000 it became $25,000. Then $175,000. And so on, doubling until it reached $350 million. They told him, you must have insiders helping you. And that's a very serious crime in all countries, with heavy punishments, up to life imprisonment, and huge fines. So, the FBI arrested him in New York and began questioning him. They were surprised because from the very first moment, he told them everything and gave them information. Usually, suspects deny everything. But he said, yes, I even tried to lose sometimes, but I couldn't stop. I started with $800, then $1 million, then I continued until I reached $350 million. They said, no, you must have help from insiders. He replied, no, no one helped me. In fact, I wasn't even living among you. I came from the year 2256. They thought he was raving. But there is a 4-hour video recording of his interrogation. He told them, the way I profited is written in our history books. I just read it, and followed what I read. He also told them, I came here using a time machine. I can take you back to 1750, or forward to 2500. They asked him, show us? He said, I can't take you to it, but I can help you. You're looking for Osama bin Laden? I'll give you his location. You have a problem with AIDS? I'll give you the cure. I'll give you solutions for coming disasters, the financial crisis of 2008, the corona pandemic. But they didn't believe him. He spent 2 weeks in prison. They searched for him but found no records of him before December 2002. He told them, yes, I only came to your world in December 2002. In the end, a mysterious person paid a $1 million bail. To this day, we don't know who it was. After that, Andrew Carlssin disappeared, and he never showed up to his trial. The FBI director in Washington told the press, we may have arrested someone by that name, but it's only a coincidence and meaningless. And so, the story remained a mystery. Some say it's just a hoax published in a newspaper and then picked up by others. Others say no, the authorities are still holding him and benefiting from his knowledge, because he's a man who came from 250 years into the future. What's strangest to me is that respected, major newspapers like The Guardian and The Times spoke of the story, then never returned to it. As if there were orders to stay silent. In the end, this is one of the strangest stories I've ever read and wanted to share with you. And I want to know your opinion. What's your explanation for this story?